Me remind them, I put niggas in position that wouldn't listen. Taught them all about fruition, said I was tripping. Told me they was trying to eat, so I took them fishing. Mama always told me, boy, you better keep your distance. Hard-headed.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Phoenix, Arizona, he is Watson.
Getting set for action on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Johnny LaQuasto, you mentioned Bateman out scouting the various champions of the United Wrestling Network. Well, this man, Watson, in essence is one. He's the king of the Midway champion in Championship Wrestling from Arizona. I don't know if that's a recognized title, however.
May not be, but I tell you what, Grimsley's watching this match closely, but Bateman, who knows where he is right now, trying to figure out where he wants to cash in that PP3 Cup.
And introducing his opponent, from Carson City, Nevada, weighing in at 180 pounds, professional Peter Avalon.
Professional Peter Avalon recently made his return, much to the delight of Dan Joseph.
Yeah.
Got a victory, but what do you make of the challenge that this man issued to David Arquette?
Good. David Arquette would be lucky to be in the ring with PPA. You kidding me?
I mean, look, PPA is known for biting off a little more than he can chew, including Tim Storm's foot, if we're going back to NWA 70. But yeah, Coastline Clash, that is going to be a classic without a doubt if David Arquette accepts that challenge.
That's a big if. We have not heard from David Arquette or his people, and now we see this man, professional Peter Avalon. Now, we mentioned Watson, a competitor in Championship Wrestling from Arizona. Ironically enough, in Arizona, this man was known as producer Peter Avalon. Avalon in control of that program for quite some time.
Which makes this match even more interesting. You have the young upstart Watson, who's, you know, in our opinion, had a great rise to stardom in Championship Wrestling from Arizona, taking that King of the Midway title from Oliver Grimsley. And you have PPA, who's in charge of the entire production. So let's see if teacher is going to be able to handle the student, if you will.
Well, last time it was teacher versus student. Avalon did handle it, got the victory over Caleb Perez, although Perez gave Avalon a run for his money, and the crowd here in Ocean View Pavilion giving Avalon an earful.
Disrespect. This man suffered injury, comes fighting back to get in the ring and show them what professional wrestling is, and that's the way they treat him. I don't understand.
To be fair, Dan, some people would consider being called a princess a very esteemed compliment.
Yes, that's probably true. Sure.
So maybe, you know, you should not criticize our great crowd here.
A lot of alliteration throughout the history of this man's career. He's been pretty, he's been a producer, professional, now perhaps a princess. Into the side headlock goes Avalon against a big, strong opponent in Watson. Watson, a former gridiron, great football player. And you see that in his explosive offense, Johnny. We got to call a lot of his matches down in Arizona. Very impressive athlete.
And you mentioned his football career. You know, he was a middle linebacker. That's essentially the quarterback of the defense. Very quick to react. He's always thinking ahead. And like we said, doesn't have the experience of Peter Avalon, but he has been more than impressive throughout Arizona. I'm very excited to see him make his debut here.
Watson go behind into the rear waist lock. Big matchup coming up for Watson at Grand Canyon Clash, defending that King of the Midway title against its former holder and Oliver Grimsley. Whoa. And speaking of momentum, after making such a challenge as Avalon did, Avalon doesn't want to lose any momentum with a big loss here.
No, and he won't. Of course not. Look, Princess Peter again. These people. Watson is a strong guy. He was the middle linebacker. He's the quarterback of the defense, but you got Vince Lombardi in there with PPA. He ain't going to pull anything on him. He's feeling him out, and here it comes.
Look, Peter, oh, wow. Peter Avalon is definitely a psychological genius when it comes to his career. I mean, you don't hang on to the Hollywood Heritage title for 672 days without outsmarting your opponents most of the time. I will give you that.
Longest reigning champion in history. Now you see the athleticism there by Watson. Big shot.
Oh, man.
Like he's coming into the backfield, taking down the quarterback on the blitz. Wow. Nice drop kick there.
Great elevation there by Watson, picking up steam. And I definitely think Peter Avalon may have been underestimating Watson to start here.
Well, if Avalon is looking past Watson to David Arquette at Coastline Clash, if that matchup does indeed happen, it's a big mistake. Because Watson can make you pay the price. Look at that, the leverage on that Irish whip. He is absolutely ragdolling the former Heritage champion. Speaking, look at that, big flying clothesline. Huge tackle for a loss by Watson, looking to put it away. Ooh.
And you have to wonder, do you think PPA might still be suffering from a little bit of ring rust? He was out for about 4 months when he had the broken orbital bone in his face. It does take a long time to get back to 100% once you're back in the ring.
Yeah, there's no speed like the speed of wrestling.
Look at the elevation here.
Holding him.
Incredible core strength by Watson.
Power on display. Big twisting suplex into the cover. Nice deep hook of the leg. So if you want to refer to Watson as a student, he learned his lessons well. Excellent technique on that suplex, the follow-up cover, but not able to put Avalon away as of yet.
You see Watson eyeing him up. Oh, look at Nico. What? He's got a vice grip on that right boot.
Crowd wants to see Nico Marquez thrown out of here. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Oh, my goodness, like a matador. Avalon taking control. And now clips the knee. This match continues right after this. We're back on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood after the interference by Nico Marquez. Before the break, it's been all Avalon ever since, gentlemen.
Well, no one is as opportunistic as professional Peter Avalon. And yeah, there's a reason Nico Marquez is at ringside, which is a huge conflict of interest. We've seen this for the past couple of years. He's the head matchmaker, and yet he constantly is always trying to get the advantage for PPA.
He's conflict. He's interested in Peter Avalon. It's not a conflict. That's what he's interested in. Ooh.
Might lose a couple locks there.
Man.
Avalon is relentless as ever, guys. And, you talked about the lengthy title reign of professional Peter Avalon. The Heritage title will be on the line later on with Uptown Andy Brown, but we don't know who he will defend. Another open challenge.
And that's where I give all the credit in the world to Andy Brown. He doesn't know who's going to walk through the door. As you know, the United Wrestling Network open door policy. Great sunset flip here. Rolling through. Wakandan uppercut. Ooh, he's out.
Sudden strike there. I agree with you. Avalon motionless. Might be going up.
Got them legs up. He suckered him in, Todd.
Sure did. Nice counter to the senton. Drives the knee down. We know how devastating Avalon can be with the knees as he goes for the victory. Only a count of 2, of course. Avalon loves to utilize those knees with the martinis. It's gotten him so many victories over the years.
No doubt. Now he's wrenching on that left knee, definitely putting pressure on the lateral collateral ligament there.
So you're saying there's some collateral damage?
You could say that for sure.
Johnny, this is an excellent way for Avalon to set up for that golden arch single leg crab as well, is it not?
Absolutely. And also, don't forget that you take away the left leg of Watson, you're going to take away that massive power game that he has that we showed earlier with the suplex.
Yeah, I mean, when you're a middle linebacker, you're running up, you're meeting people in the hole, they're coming full force, and you got to take them down. You're driving with your legs.
Yeah, if Watson was on a football team right now, he might be heading to the sidelines, going in that trainer's tent to get looked at. Not going to happen right now in the squared circle. This match rages on here as Avalon tries to press the advantage.
And Dan, let me ask you, do you feel that PPA has some extra motivation? He was once at the top of the mountain, 672 days as champion, and now he's kind of fallen back, especially with the injury. Do you think maybe that's why he's challenging Arquette? He wants to find a way to really get back in the limelight.
Well, yeah, I mean, he does. He was gone for a long time. He has to reestablish himself as PPA. Ooh, that's not helping.
Watson out of there, another big strike by the powerhouse, and Watson is just that. We really saw his career mature in Arizona. Started gaining wins, victories, championships, and he'll turn a lot of heads here. Big time slam.
And now the senton.
Caught him that time. Looking for the victory as Watson. Big upset? No, not yet. We talked about being in the limelight for Avalon, Johnny. That's exactly what Watson's trying to do here in the bright lights of Hollywood, getting a victory over one of the most decorated champions in the history of this program.
Not to mention the guy who's in charge of Championship Wrestling from Arizona. Watson gets a win here. You got to believe he's in line for another title shot for the Arizona State Championship.
Double leg takedown there.
Ooh. Wow, great roll up there.
Gonna try and put him away. Heads up move by Watson. Great action. Even you got to be impressed, Dan Joseph.
I'm always impressed at how Peter Avalon was able to kick out. Whoa!
Wow.
Spinning. Power slam. Watson take it home. No, sir.
Wow.
For anyone who didn't know Watson's name prior to this match, they are certainly not going to forget it. He is in control of the longest reigning Hollywood Heritage Champion ever.
You can say what you want about ring rust or anything like that, but this is impressive.
Oh, he loves that spear. He had him measured.
Wow.
Nice counter by Avalon, though. Sunset flip. Where are we?
On the Sunset Strip, baby.
Yes, sir. Martini's coming. Circle.
Oh!
He spiked him.
Done.
Good night.
Devastating Martini.
2.
Oh, how did he kick out? The eyes were glazed over. They looked very strange there at Watson, and he found a way.
Nico Marquez is beside himself, and that's saying something. Listen to this crowd.
Wow. That had to be pure instincts by Watson, guys. I mean, he got spiked into the mat with that Martinis.
All for naught.
You can see he has no idea where he's at. I mean, this is incredible. Trying, oh no.
Oh. Rolling through his Watson again. He's got the presence of mind somehow to counter the Golden Arch. Look out here. Oh, big Uranagi sits out with it. Incredible power maneuver, incredible victory. Not yet.
I can't believe what we're seeing here.
What a showing for Watson, our longtime fans in Arizona have seen him for the first time. Our fans watching CW30 in Memphis, seeing this impressive powerhouse.
The king of the Midway is about to be the king of Hollywood. He's going up top.
Going to the penthouse.
Peter Avalon finally back on his feet, charging in.
Wow, what a match. Back and forth seesaw and haymaker shots. And another big Wakandan uppercut there by Watson. Oh, beautiful takedown, though. My goodness.
Leg peg
He got sloppy with that right hand. Avalon ducked it, turns it in to the Golden Arch.
Into the Golden Arch, using that knee as added leverage.
Wow.
What a beautiful counter.
Here is your winner, professional Peter Avalon.
That's why he's the head trainer at the International Wrestle Center. You mentioned Watson trying to be the king of Hollywood. That's what Avalon wants to be if he gets his hands on David Arquette at Coastline Clash. More to come right after this.
I learned it's easy to fly, like it or not. I'ma live life like I got unlimited time on the clock. I know they despise how I rap. I gotta stop showing the love when it's not. Return not even a drop. I learned it's easy to fly. Risco told me oil and water don't mix. When 10 just told me, boy, I got you, don't trip.